Welcome everybody. We're here getting ready to do some brakes on the car. Bear with us while we get set up. We have a quick jack. If you've not seen that thing, we'll show you it in action. And I'm gonna move this down a little bit so that can lay on the ground. There we go. Yeah. We're live, so no swearing, no talking about how bad Seinfeld is. No, I'm kidding. About another foot. That's good. I think we can make that work. All right, so we got the Outback here. It's 2020 Outback.
You gonna have enough room?
What's that?
You gonna have enough room over here?
Oh, yeah, we'll make it work. It'll be a little tight, but we'll make it work. If you're just joining us, we're setting up for some brake change outs on our 2020 Outback. What I'm grabbing here is our quick jack, and forgive, this is very low buck. We said, hey, let's do a live stream while we're here, so there's that. What I'm actually hooking up here, if you missed it, we have a quick jack, and we'll show you what the quick jack looks like if you haven't seen it before. But what I'm actually doing here is hooking up the cables, or the hoses. There's that one. These things are always kind of a pain. And there's that one. Forgive seeing my head, the top of my head. I'm sure that's what you guys all tuned in for, to see the top of my head. There we go. So it's kind of hard to see, but we have the quick jack pump. And then this is a little up or down, if you've never seen one of those before. And what Jay's doing over here is he's lining up the quick jack. And we'll bring this down so you can actually see it in action. Let me go get the other one lined up.
This might take a little finagling here.
Okay. So Jay, tell him about the quick jack while I'm doing this thing.
So, We've been using the quick jack for about a year now, and they have different weight capacities. I think like a 6 and 8. This is a 7. They've switched it over to a 6 or an 8 now. They've got all kinds of different variety of sizes, but quickjack.com if you want to go check them out. And this raises it what, 2 feet?
Yeah, I'll say it's about 2 feet. Yeah.
And it's safe. We get it, you know, people are like, oh, that's janky, it's not gonna work. And we get it up, locked in. You can push on the car, it's not moving.
You wanna I'm gonna hit the up button. You
Yep.
wanna go up a little bit?
Yep.
Okay, say what?
Alright.
Let me look at this side.
I'm not sure what we might have to. I don't think it's gonna hit both the open spots,
Yeah.
but it's hitting the right spots on my side. So
On the front? It's hitting yours on the front? Okay.
mine's gonna be behind the painted area,
Oh, is it? Okay.
but I think it's gonna work. Or it'll work.
Okay. Let me go up a little bit more. I'm gonna watch my side.
I'm good.
Back a little bit. Okay.
I'm golden. And I'm watching the roof too.
Oh, okay, good call.
Yeah, we're golden up there.
Did your other side click?
Not yet. A little bit more. Just a touch. There.
I'm gonna go down.
Yep. Alright, I'm locked. Alright.
Oh, wait a minute. Mine, what's going on with mine? I thought it went through. Is it?
Yeah. You're way back.
No. Okay. All right, everybody. So, yeah, seriously, this thing, if you've not seen or heard of a quick jack before,
I can't even budge it.
it gives you a lot of room.
And show how much room you got.
Let's show you the room here. So there's the room underneath the car. So plenty of room. You could do exhaust work, probably pull a transmission out or something if you had to. But so what we're doing today is we're gonna do the rear brakes. And what do you think? We'll get started here?
Yeah.
So we're gonna record, we're actually gonna make a video of the rear brakes on this. And just get the tools. I guess we'll start. The rear brakes are to the point where they need to be replaced. They actually told us at the inspection shop the rear brakes aren't gonna cut this time around. But so we have our tools. That's kind of a little tight there, but we'll make it work. We have, where's our Iobin? Grab the Iobin here, or Iobin, or whatever it is. It's a nice unit. I guess we'll start over here on the easier side. Is that? Uh-oh, what was that?
Just settling.
Okay. And you can see how the quick jack engages. There's actually urethane blocks under there. It's kind of hard to see, but they're right there. But it's this really sturdy setup. So let us get set up for pulling the rear wheel off, and we're going to swap brakes out. We do need to disengage the electronic parking brake. So let us get set up for that. We'll just kind of sit here for a minute or two. Oh, does this thing have a wheel lock on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't know what else we'd need right off.
This is for the rear caliper?
What? No, that's what held the power unit on the control button on the project.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right. I think we're just about ready. So join us. We're going to record a video while we're doing this. So while we're doing the live stream, Jay's bringing everything over here. So join us on this actually beautiful Saturday afternoon. We're just going to set you down here. Actually, I'm going to go a little bit lower, try and get you out of the sun. Got our 2020 Outback here. And for some reason, with 60,000 miles, the rear brakes wore out faster than the front brakes, which is kind of weird. But, so we're going to...
I guess once you do the pre-intro, one thing we want to mention like right away is like this isn't your standard rear brakes. You have to have a tool to release
electronic,
the parking
yeah, for
brake.
the parking brake, yeah.
We don't want nobody to, oh crap, I don't have this.
Yeah, so good call out by Jay there. We need an electronic parking brake capable scan tool. So we need a scan tool that will allow us to unlock and release the parking brake on this guy. The good news is we have one, and it's kind of an exclusive. So stick around in the video here because there's one. Is there any videos on that thing yet? The new gear wrench?
No.
No. Okay, so you'll see a scan tool that's actually not. There's no videos on it on YouTube at all. We're very thankful to Gear Wrench for sending it over. But
All right.
so you want to start.
Probably you over here and me.
Yeah,
there, and
yeah, that
just
works.
kinda,
Okay.
we got it secure.
So if you're just joining us, we got a 2020 Outback here. We're going to throw some rear brakes on it, and we got all of our tools here. Stick around because we're going to show you a Gear Wrench scan tool that actually is not on. It's on the market, but I don't know that there's any YouTube videos on it yet. So we'll just set you down here. Don't go anywhere, and we'll do the intro. This is Tom with Fresh Vintage. Today we got our 2020 Outback, and rear brakes need replaced. So we're going to show you step by step on how to do that right now.
Then I guess go into the intro.
Yeah, I'll have the impact wrench and say, it's kind of weird that this thing was 60,000 miles. As I'm
ready.
What's that?
The impact wrench.
Yeah. So it's kind of weird that the rear brakes wore out before the front brakes, but it did, and so they did. So we're replacing them. And thinking of, oops. I opened. Now, for all you watching on the live stream, if you're looking for a cheap beater, that's not a bad way to go. We found
impact.
Half-inch impact. Yeah, it works really well. We used it on.
Oh, use these because she's got black wheels.
Oh, okay.
For that, other than the lock one.
Is that it? Oh, that's too small. 19 millimeter. Okay. All right. So whenever you are ready, Nose is running. Oh, oh. Really? Wow. Okay, well, that's wonderful.
I'm gonna
Go
take a
shove some
sec.
toilet paper in my nose. I'll be right back.
So we're gonna wait a sec. He just got a bloody nose, so. Hey, Demon God, where are you from? We are doing rear brakes on a 2020 Outback. We're in Roanoke, Virginia. We have an absolutely perfect day today. Not a cloud in the sky. 68 degrees or so. So we were like, hey, let's do brakes. Yay. What's the weather like y'all's way? Throw some comments out for us. We just got finished installing a DeSada radio in a friend's car. Really cool. It's got a 2016 HRV, and we were able to add CarPlay and apps and all kinds of other cool stuff. So that was a pretty neat video we did this morning. So we're gonna try to knock these brakes out pretty quick. So set you down here. We got everything set up. If you haven't noticed, we got it up on quick jacks. If you don't know what those are, they are awesome. If you can see how much room we got underneath the car, I'm gonna set you down right there for a minute. Really, really handy, really safe. Highly recommend, especially for DIY and people like us, you know. We're in a carport. We got this thing lifted up, and it saves us a whole lot of hassle. So get you set up over here. That should be a good view there. So once Tom comes out, we're gonna start filming so you can see some of the behind the scenes, I guess. 2020 Outback, we're putting rear brakes on. It's only got 60,000 miles, and for some reason the rear brakes wore out. So we're guessing they come pretty thin from the factory to start with. So, you know, what are you gonna do? Usually, I can remember not having to change rear brakes until well over 100,000, 120. What's y'all's experience? Fronts usually wear out the fastest, but not on this one. So,
Hey everyone, sorry about that. Nosebleed suck, so I'll just leave it at that. Alright. Tom with Fresh Vintage. Today we got our 2020 Subaru Outback, and the rear brakes wore out faster than the front ones. So we're going to take it apart, swap them, try and figure out why that happened. Join us on this adventure right now. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Hey everyone, it's Tom with Fresh Vintage. Today we have our 2020 Subaru Outback. Oddly enough, the rear brakes wore out faster than the front ones, so we're going to swap in some power stop brakes and join us on this journey as we dig in, take the wheels off, and kind of figure out why they wore out so quickly. Join us as we dig in together right now. Okay, and
Remember to talk about the quick jack and.
oh yeah, so let's start up here. So you probably noticed that the car is either got a 12-inch lift or it's on a car lift. And okay, whenever you're ready. 3, 2, 1. So you've probably noticed that the car either has a 2-foot lift on it or it's sitting on a lift. And what we have here is a 7000 TL. This is a quick jack. Now they don't actually make this one anymore, but you can get a 6000 and 8000, even sell like 3,500 pound capacity ones. For you guys that want to go out to the track and tear the car up, you can actually put the car in the lift, fix it in between races, and get it back out on the track to hit your lap times. That being said, we're just kind of using it for a tamer version. We're just going to replace the rear brakes like we said in the intro. We have our AOBN here, so we're going to go ahead and take these off. And we do have a wheel lock, so I want to start with that one. Let's just get this locked in here. There it is. So do that. That thing is tight. All right, well, maybe we'll try another one. Okay, so there's that. I don't know if you caught that, but this thing will auto stop. It just won't spin and like throw the lug nut off into the garage, so we gotta go find it. It's nice that it auto stops when it detects that those lug nuts have started breaking free. There we go. Got it. All right. We'll get this off. We'll show you what's going on next. Oh, you did? Okay. So yeah, this thing's pretty cool because it'll stop. You see how I pull the trigger and it'll stop. Kind of an inadvertent, whoops, nice buy that we randomly got off Amazon. It worked out really well. I guess I should finish taking those off with the socket. How's everyone on the live stream there today? What's going on? How many people are watching it right now?
Well,
10,000?
23. Where's everybody from? We're in Roanoke, Virginia. It's beautiful here.
Yeah, it is very nice here. It's amazing to think it was only 2 weeks ago. It was freezing here. All right. Just slip those in there. There's the wheel.
Want those gloves?
Once we get into the actual brakes, yeah. All right, we'll just wheel this back here. Although, is that even going to touch the car? It will touch the car. Okay. Very thin. I mean, the rotor seems fine.
Yeah.
So let's show you what's going on here. Good people of the live stream world. Forgive me, my leg there. So I mean, they're thin. It's weird that they wore out. I mean, you can't really see it that well on the camera, but the rotor isn't terrible, but the brakes are definitely thin. They definitely need it for inspection. So we will set you back sort of where you were at. Let me just get you a shot of that there. There's that. And so now do we need to release the parking brake now, I guess?
I guess, yeah.
All right.
So this will be a double. The dongle's in the front room in the box there.
All right. Go grab it.
So let's do the gear wrench footage first.
Okay. You mean, like, are we recording a short, or are we?
No, this will be part of the long form.
Okay. Good people of the YouTube world, you're kind of seeing an exclusive here on this random live stream. I don't know that anyone has this thing anywhere on YouTube yet. That's a 10-inch gear wrench tablet scan tool And what I have in my hand here is the other half of it. It's wireless Bluetooth. So this is the VCI, and this goes into your OBD2 port. And then what Jay has there is the actual scan tool itself.
It's closest, right? A little bit back, right there. And I can just go to straight to special functions.
Yep. Oh, I guess we're gonna put it. So to get this thing to work, we've got to do a few things here. We have to have the car ignition on,
Radio off.
radio off, yeah, because music copyrights suck. But
So which one we want?
electronic parking brake.
That one? Boom.
Yep, there we go. EPB. Subaru. Upgrading the firmware. So show them while that's upgrading, show them the back there. It has a kickstand. It does have a camera on it, and it's connecting to
VCI.
the VCI. Your make and model. Special functions. Release mode. Brake maintenance mode. I guess it's brake maintenance mode, huh? Compulsion. Well, I'll try whatever one, I guess.
Well, let's get it on.
That's true.
So put that down and hold
Yep.
this.
All right. So we're gonna set this down.
So we'll make this. I guess we'll do. Think we can do double duty on this one?
What do you mean?
For one video, we'll go into each.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just make it so. Trying to think. Make it so when we use it in the. So for this video, brake video, you know, hey, make sure you have this tool, electronic parking brake release. Doesn't have to be a gear wrench, but any of them that have that service functions. Then say, you know, hey, we're in. We're gonna hit the electronic parking brake release and also popping open, I guess.
Okay. So to get the, let me just make sure I heard what you said. So to get the parking brake unlocked, we have our gear wrench. What is this thing? Our GW Smart 10, and we work through the software here to the brake maintenance mode and then electric parking brake compulsion release mode. Which one do you think we should use? Yeah, we'll try one and see what happens. Use this mode, repair the brake pads. Okay, yep. So lift the vehicle up, make sure the engine's stopped, click OK, and then OK. All right, whenever you're ready. So to get the electronic parking brake to unlock, we're using our gear wrench GW Smart 10 tablet.
Well, they don't have to use this specific one. There's many models.
Yeah. We don't have to use this specific one. We just happen to have this one at the time of making our brake video, and we wanted to include it. But we got down into the brake maintenance mode, and we're gonna hit brake maintenance mode, and then OK, and then all right, let's get the caliper apart.
3, 2, 1.
So we need to get the electronic parking brake to release the rear caliper so that we can actually take this apart and get everything replaced. we happen to have the gear wrench, the new Smart GW Smart 10 scan tool. Really awesome unit here. And what we need to do is use the brake maintenance mode in this. So we've gotten through the layers into the special functions in the software. We're going to go to brake maintenance mode. And then this says use this mode when you check repair, brake pads, disc rotor, blah, blah, blah. When starting this process, lift up the vehicle. The vehicle's already lifted, and then clicked OK. So I'm going to click OK. Start brake maintenance mode. I'm going to click OK. And now on the screen it says brake maintenance mode was started. During maintenance mode, the electronic parking brake switch is disabled. In addition, the brake warning light is on and the data trouble code. So this actually probably will trigger the check engine light, but we have the scan tool, we can just fix it. So I'm gonna click OK. Now I'm gonna go back in when we're done here and we'll re-enable the parking brake. So let's go ahead and we'll get this caliper tore apart. All right. Yeah, so probably going to be a little bit, but we're going to work on making a video on this guy in the near future. So
very near future, because nobody else has a video. So, you want to do some ceramic rotors real quick while they get the wheel off?
You want to take the rotor off before we do that, or?
We can, yeah. Some of them we can put behind it. Just while it's out,
say, look how good this is going to look.
Yeah.
Look how amazing these ceramic rotors are going to look behind these wheels. All right, let's see if we can break our ceramic rotors. Now, Jay, tell the audience what our ceramic rotors are.
So we've got a special ceramic brake rotors.
These are high performance, ultra thin. They're brand new. So these are our front ceramic brake rotors, and these are going to be our rear ceramic brake rotors. Look at that one. That one's got the custom cutout.
The detent for the parking brake.
For the parking. But we're making a April Fool's video, so we're going to record and say, check out our brand new high performance, or even smaller too, because they're that high performance, ultra thin brake rotors. We'll put it behind the wheel and say, look, like when people drive by you and they see this behind the wheel, they're going to be instantly jealous and want the brakes you have. Okay.
Caliper.
Gonna take the caliper off, or what?
You said you want to take the rotor off.
Take the rotor off? Okay.
Yeah.
Set those there. And we got some gloves.
I'm not sure what all I'll need.
Hammer, some duct tape, and some vice grips. We should be good, right?
Yeah. Let me get the hangers.
Let's have a look-see here. We got 49 people watching. We appreciate you guys watching. Please like and subscribe. And my shameless ask to check out our other channels, Fresh Vintage, where we do, that's where this video is going. You found us on our vertical channel, Fresh Vintage Shorts, but check out our main channel, Fresh Vintage, classic cars, muscle cars, and also, let me actually zoom out a little bit. There we go. Fresh Vintage Garage, that's where we do scan tools, shop equipment. Oh, Jay, you know, I'm wondering, what are these heads? Are these, no, they're not like Torx heads. What? These have caps on them? What are these? Oh, they do have, okay, so we need like a Torx bit or something.
That should be in the I don't know if that box up. Brake service kit.
Is it on top of the AC unit?
No, that's the Torx sticks.
These things are super handy if you haven't gotten yourself a pair of these for the caliper. They're really, really nice to have. And I'm gonna grab that little plug. So if you, let me show you, I'm under the car. Like I literally, that's how much room is under the quick jack. I'm sorry, under the car right now because of this quick jack. And I have no problem crawling under here. I mean, I can literally crawl. I can see the entire underbelly of the car. I can see everything here. So really, really cool. If you don't have a quick jack, I just came down here to get this thing.
Are these?
That should be it, yeah. Now, if you're watching and you're like, oh yeah, you guys are YouTubers, you guys get all this crap for free, it's like, nah, not really. I mean, Jay has spent quite a few years piecing tools together. This is a power built kit that we have. We've spent many years building toolkits, so you can too. It's just it takes time and it takes a little bit of money. And you know, so one of our friends was telling us this morning, oh, I go on Facebook Marketplace, I buy all kinds of tools and crap. And if you're looking to, you know, an inexpensive way to do it, that's actually not a bad way to go if you can find stuff and get a deal. That was 7mm. I'm guessing 8mm. Yeah, will not fit in there. Whoops. I'm gonna try 5/16. I'd be shocked if, yeah, this has got to be 7mm. Like 5/16 fits on a 2020 Outback. It's like, what are we doing here? Where's this? What do you call it? The gizmo. Thank you. No, I think we should be good.
You want me to get video of this, or what do you want to do?
Yeah. Let's get so. Sorry, live stream. I'm gonna move you here. I'm just gonna move you out of the way for a moment. There we go. Sorry about the terrible video there. Yeah, check out our main channels, Fresh Vintage Garage. We've been to SEMA Show, we've been to Mika Auto Auction, Barrett Jackson. There's a bunch of stuff on there. We go to Hyperfest. We actually toured RTR Mustang's garage with Von Gittin Jr. himself. So it was really a lot of cool stuff over there.
So mention what size and all that.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
We have our Flexi 3/8, so they'll need to be Flexi, but this is a 7mm. These are actually not Torx, they're hex, and there's a little plastic plug in there. So we'll just do this. Make sure that has a good firm. There we go. That was actually surprisingly loose. As I bash the ratchet into the probably expensive electronic parking brake gizmo there. There's that. Make sure that's in there nice and tight. Wow, those are surprisingly loose. But we'll get this off of here and get the caliper off next. Exciting, riveting brake job here, I know. But so everyone watching, where are you from? Are you in the US? Are you in some other country? Let us know where you're at. We appreciate you watching, and if you haven't checked out Fresh Vintage Garage and you need a scan tool, that gear wrench is one of many that we have on Fresh Vintage Garage. We have a ton of videos on there, including we have a, is that go? Oh my gosh. What's going on? Oh, whoops. We have a Icon T10 scan tool video on there that has 410, like 411,000 views now. And I mention that because I can't even imagine how many Harbor Freight have sold on those things. But really, really cool scan tool. If you haven't seen them, go check them out because they actually have the T10, the T8, and the T7. Take it forever. What? Trying to get this to come out of there. It's just, huh. How did it come out of there? What's going on here? bear with us. I'm just trying to get this. Doesn't look like it's threading it. Oh, there we go. Okay. So the rubber is actually just like a friction fit. The rubber was keeping it from pushing out. There we go. Okay. Now.
Use the hammer and pry bars.
Yeah, probably. We're gonna get the hammer and pry bars to get that off of there. Appreciate everybody watching. Hi there, we see you watching. You love to eat Italian brain? What? Italian brain? Some of these names are amazing. Oh man. Oh man. I'm tired. So earlier today, we made a video on a DeSeta radio. We put it in a 2016 Honda HRV. A little bit behind the scenes on, you know, YouTube and making a YouTube channel, building a YouTube channel. And one day we had a friend come over, we scanned his truck. He had StabiliTrak light on. He had a wheel speed sensor thing going on, and the rear backup sensors weren't working right. So we scanned his truck, and then a friend brought over his 2016 Honda HRV. We just, thank you sir, we just put in a DeSeta radio. And if you haven't seen our DeSeta radio video, really cool video, really cool radio. If you have an HRV, it's probably worth a look if you're looking for CarPlay.
Are those spring things?
Do those need to come off of there? Oh, they do. Look at that. So do as I not do. Don't do as I do. Okay.
Get a video of that? Or?
Yeah. Let me put that back. All right. Okay, there we go.
3, 2, 1. We
have the bolts out. Now the issue is like, why is this not coming apart? So I was trying to, and it felt like it had a lot of tension on it. And I said, what if we take the pry bar and we spring, and obviously it just flew off of there, but that made this a whole lot easier because now it's ready to just come right apart. But we have, and you can find a trillion different names on these things. This is just Arcan. We'll leave a link to this, like an Amazon link, in this video's description. But we're just going to put this up here and carefully pull this apart. I mean, you got your brake line and the electronic parking brake stuff on there. So I'm just going to do this and then try my hardest to get it to sit right up here. Maybe what I do is I'll do this instead. I'm sure somewhere some engineer's probably laughing. They're like, yeah, we did that on purpose. There we go. Hey, look at that, perfect. Now you'll notice this parking brake or the actual piston is all the way out, so we're gonna have to spin that back in and push it back in. Here are our brake pads, and they're definitely thin. Let's see what the other one looks like. I mean, now that one, it looks like it wore a little crooked. If you look at that, it's actually worn somewhat crooked. This one isn't too bad. But that being said, the next thing we're going to do is get this bracket off so that we can get the rotor off. So there's our, you can see, this one was wearing a little crooked. It's weird. This one's pretty straight if you can see that. But, you know, that one's, I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, I definitely need to replace. Those wouldn't have lasted another year. I'm gonna guess those are 17 millimeter. Let's see.
Yep.
Hey, 17 millimeter. How about that? So far we've needed 7 millimeter for the caliper bolts, pry bar. We did bring a hammer up, didn't actually need that, and a 17 millimeter here.
You mentioned that size when you start.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
So same deal, the 3/8 ratchet, and we have a 17 that actually just happens to be a gear wrench. So 17 3/8 drive, and you got to get right back here. There's one here and here. If you've done brakes before, you know the drill. But for you newbies who are watching the video, you've never done this before, we appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe. And these are going to be, I may have to stand up for this. I'm going to try this. Yeah, that ain't cutting it. So I'm going to stand up for this and give this a little bit more English, so to speak. So it's kind of hard because you have to get this out of the way and then come down here like that. And let's see. There we go. Now don't get too wild because you don't want to screw up your caliper or anything there, but that was surprisingly loose. I mean, it was tight, but it took a lot less effort than I thought it was going to take. I will note that we'll have to, later in the video, we should be able to find the torque spec for these. That is a little longer than I thought it was, so nice and clean. I mean, the car's a 2020, so it's not that old. This one I think we may have to fight with a little bit more. Wow, okay, so not too bad overall. And again, don't get too wild with it. Don't go, because you can go right into the caliper, but I'll stop sounding like your dad's giving you advice. Okay. And next we will get the caliper bracket off, and I'm sure the rotor will fall right off and not give us any issues at all. So these bolts are, you know, they're not super short, they're not super long either. You can see it looks like there's factory Loctite still on them. Oops. And there we go. Now we got 61. Whoops! As I go sideways there, sorry about that. We got 61 people watching. I'm just gonna tuck you over here, just so you can kind of get a better shot of what's happening. And appreciate y'all watching. I'm just gonna move you down just so you're not in the shot of the camera. But just remember, if you go on Fresh Vintage and you watch this video in the future, you watched it live.
No.
So tell all your friends you got to see us change our brakes faster, sooner than anyone else. Big moment.
and the minute, and when Tom cuts his hand or something.
Yeah, and when I drop this caliper, I'm gonna drop this on my my foot here in a minute. So let's just get video of this coming off, and I'll mention taking the rotor off.
Is the rotor loose?
It looks. I mean, this.
It? Or do you need that fancy hammer?
I might need a little hammer action. I'm gonna try it, but.
You want me to get it, or?
Oh, do we not have one? Oh, sorry. I thought we had one.
Well, I don't want to use. I guess we can use that one. We're not reusing the rotor.
Whoops.
Is that doing anything?
There's no screws in there. Dang.
Now we're not reusing this rotor, so.
Ow. Yeah, this is definitely a don't do as I'm doing moment. So if you're going to reuse the rotor, do not be beating on it like this. I mean, there's clearly space in these, so I'm guessing I wonder if we need like PB blaster or something. So leave your best guesses. What's that?
Before you go. Before you go any further,
Oh yeah, that would really suck, huh? We might actually put those real ceramics on there, huh? I mean, that looks pretty good. So here's our new guys. Now, I mean, I don't say it's going to look a little silly, but as soon as it's going to look a little silly putting power stop brakes on the back only, but as soon as these front brakes are done, wore down, we're going to just swap those out for power stop too. I can't recommend these enough. We've never been sponsored. This isn't some BS, we're getting paid. Not to mention we don't get paid like Fresh Vintage, we've taken like no money at all. People think you make a ton of money making YouTube videos. Trust me, you don't. You don't make a lot of commission on, if any. But I say all that, we've never been paid by PowerStop. These things are just damn good brakes. So they're very, very good brakes, and they work very well. And these are, I mean, you're getting almost race car level brakes on your car. And it may sound weird putting them on Outback, but honestly, you should put them on anything. Like literally every car you own, I have them on my CRV, I have them on a Pilot. You put them on the Accord, right?
Yeah.
What other? The Forester, yeah. So I mean, we put them on virtually everything. Just the stopping ability. The fact that this doesn't have drilled holes and slotted, it's just the fact that Subaru didn't want to spend the money to machine it. They could make this actually a much, much better performing brake mechanism, but it's just cost more money and they don't want to do it. All right, I'm done with this. I mean, I guess we need some PB Blaster. Yeah, like that's actually rusted enough to where that's like rusting the paint off of there, or the paint's peeling off. Yeah, look how that's almost like rust welded on there. So that's our problem. Oh, there we go, Jay. Sorry, I just got it. Yeah. That took some work. A little bit more than. And it's weird because the rest of this, for everyone on the live stream, this is pretty darn clean. I mean, this car is only 6 years old, and everything here feels very, very good. So,
ready?
Where was this? Like this? Yeah, this. There we go. Okay. Okay, so let me put that back there. Okay, so whenever you're ready.
3, 2, 1.
Now, we've been doing some working with this off camera to break the rotor free, but I'm holding all this because when I took that other bolt out, this almost dropped and fell directly on my foot. So don't be that person. Just be ready for that to come off. And oh, look, the rotor is nice and loose. And I mentioned that because you can see it looks like it was rust welded on there. And I would say if you don't have a hammer, like a good hammer, don't use a hammer like this. Get a real hammer. I had to actually hammer this pretty good, give it 5 or 10 good whacks on either side to get that. That basically was rust welded to break that free. But now that that is free, you know, it's not terrible. I would say I would definitely want to replace these because the more I look at this, you could turn this down, but it's you know, not really worth it. You're gonna spend probably 20 bucks to turn that, and then you're gonna put pads on it, but you may as well just upgrade them like we're doing now. That being said, we have the new hotness right here. Power stops, really, really solid. We do have to do some prep work. We're gonna get our brake cleaner. We're gonna get a pan under here and clean these. So let us get this out of the package, get the pan, we're gonna get some brake cleaner, and we'll hose these down.
I can't remember how much the dealer wanted for a pad slap on these. At least like $250 or something.
Yeah, so everyone on the live stream that you're watching and you don't know what a pad slap is, they take this apart, they don't take the rotor off, they just put new pads down and they call it a pad slap. A shop could do this, if they're fast, they could do it 10 minutes aside, 15 minutes aside. So for a half hour's worth of work, they're charging you $250 at the dealer. Most garages will probably charge you 80 bucks a side, give or take. So you could do the same thing here if you had to go cheap. You could do the same thing here for like 50 bucks for a set of pads. But
so what that hammer? What do you call the ends there? Like plastic, or?
This is called a split head hammer, and it's kind of like a nylon.
Yeah, nylon.
Yeah, Garland number 2.
So it's not gonna mark. It's not gonna ding up the rotor. Like if we had to reuse the rotor, use something like this so you don't have dings in it.
That's a nice hammer, made in the U.S. So I've never heard of Garland in Baco, Maine, but I would say get yourself one of them. So that's a solid tool.
You ready to do a short?
For our ceramic brakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for you watching, we're doing an April Fool's short video here. So just Let us know what you think.
So we'll start here.
Grab the Power Stop brake pad box and say we got ceramic brake pads. We want to make
Carbon
sure we
fiber pads, and we got ultra. These are brand new to the market. I myself absolutely love the rose. Jay likes the poinsettia, or however you say it. But okay.
Ready.
Yep.
And we'll tag Power Stop in these. We'll see if they'll use it. Probably not, but 3, 2, 1.
This is Tom with Fresh Vintage. We got our 2020 Outback here. We're doing a quick brake replacement. We're doing some Power Stop upgrades. We got the carbon fiber ceramic performance pads. Now we actually got some brand new. These are exclusively brand new from Power Stop. These are high performance, super thin, ultra, ceramic brake rotors. Sorry, let's do it again. I keep. Okay.
Do it to say, and we were like, well, we don't want these high-end brake pads. We got to have something to match it. So we got.
Yeah, that's true, but we can't just
ceramic.
go with the. Okay. Yep. Okay. These are brand new from Power
I'm
Stop.
gonna scoot you guys back because you're gonna be in the shot here.
Yep.
But April 1st, go to Fresh Vintage Shorts and you'll see this short going live. All right.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Hey everyone, it's Tom with Fresh Vintage. We got our 2020 Outback here. You can see we're mid-brake replacement. We're going to replace the pads and the rotors. We got some new Power Stop Evolution. These are carbon fiber ceramic performance pads, but we didn't want to just use the stock rotors, so we went out. These are brand new from Power Stop. Got some super thin, ultra high performance ceramic rotors. These are for the back, and then these are for the front. Now, I really, really love the flowers on the back here. These are going to look awesome on the wheels. And then Jay really likes the poinsettia ones. And then let's cut over to, I'll go over out there, and I'll put them behind the wheel and say, look how good these are going to look. Okay. Look how amazing these are going to look. And when people roll up next to you, they see those flowers and those poinsettias, they are going to be so jealous. You can tell them that you got them on Power Stop's site. Poinsettia. PowerStopPoinsettia.com. Poinsettia. PowerStopPoinsettia.com and PowerStop. PowerStopFlower.com.
Flower.
PowerStop Flower.
Power flower.
Power. Their exclusive site. PowerStop Flower Power. PowerStopFlowerPower.com. Okay. Look how amazing that's going to look behind your wheel.
Okay. I can't even see them.
Yeah, I'm going to move it down. I'm going to think it's going to be absurdly wrong, but
Yeah.
does that look okay?
I would go as low as you can, really. Right there.
Okay.
That's absolutely perfect. Like,
Okay.
don't move it because you can see the flower.
Okay. Then I'll swap it. I'll say this is what the rear are going to look like, and then these are what the front. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Look how nice these rear wheels are going to look with that rose and that flower sticking out right in between the rim there. And then, man, the poinsettia, these are just amazing. You are going to make so many people jealous when they see this. Definitely check out Power Stop's exclusive site, Power Stop Flower Power. Get yourself the exclusive ultra high performance, ultra thin brake rotors today. All right. Sorry, live stream audience. We were making that, and like Jay said, stick around or check out Fresh Vintage Shorts and April Fools. That'll be coming out. There we go.
Make sure you tag Power Stop
Yeah.
when you watch it.
Yeah. Send it.
So that's going to be on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. So make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
There's that. Brake parts cleaner. What's this?
It's a rag.
You tear up a Hokie shirt?
Yep.
This is how you know Hokie's had a bad season, is when Jay rips up a Hokie shirt. My dumb joke is living in Roanoke here. We always know when the Hokies are having a bad season by how soon the Hokies apparel hits the clearance rack at our local Kroger. So that one year they were doing terrible, and that apparel rack, it was like mid-October. I was getting a hat for like $10. It was great. All right.
Got everything ready. Pad flap on those rotors wouldn't have been that great.
No, those rotors aren't very good.
They're gonna be disappointed when we bring this in for inspection in a few weeks and, oh, you guys replaced your brake.
Rear driver's side, okay. Now, for any of you watching on the live stream, these are like rotational, directional tires. Rear driver's side, you need these slots going the right way, otherwise you're gonna kind of waste your time. You have to take it all back apart. But rear driver's side, just remember that. And get the lid off here. Okay, whenever you're ready.
3, 2, 1.
Now here is our new hotness like we showed you, and just remember drivers or rear driver's side. So these are specific. You want those slots going the right direction. It's like a rotational tire, but I'm gonna hit it with some brake parts cleaner here. I'm sure 100% of that ended up in the pan, right? And not on the ground. We got our rag. Go. And I'll do my best to not touch that surface after that. Got a little bit in there. I would hose that down, but it's pretty clean. So. And let me try not to touch the surface. If you feel compelled to scrape that off, feel free, but the tire's gonna cover it. So there's that. Now, something we have to do is, aside from getting our brake pads out, these are Power Stop Evolution. This whole kit is really, really cool. We'll leave a link for this in this video's description, but these are very, very good pads. And unless you're getting crazy, unless you're actually hitting the track, for your everyday driver, these are a noticeable upgrade versus the old and busted kind of thing. I mean, this rotor, it'll get the job done and stop you, but these are going to do an exceptional job. You're going to have almost no pedal fade, and short of towing a ton of weight and just like hammering the brakes repeatedly, these are going to be very, very hard, if not almost impossible to warp. So we're going to get this apart, and then we're going to grab our brake tool kit, because something we need to do is push this back in. We actually need to get the piston back in, because you have this is a thicker rotor, and we have our brand new thick brakes, so we need to actually get this to where we can put the caliper back over. So we're going to set all that up right now.
Are you sure?
What do you mean?
I thought that's what the electronic thing does. It pulls it out. Yeah, you're not supposed to.
Are you sure? I mean, I guess we'll find out when we put it on there. I don't know. That looks... I don't know. I guess we'll find out. We'll try and fit it on there and... Carbon fiber pads. Appreciate you guys watching. We got 57 people watching. What's this say? The holes towards the center of the rotor are used to help remove the rotor. Just a bolt that fits into the hole. Yeah, that's a good point. It's interesting. This is more of a Honda thing. They drill these, and actually you can put a screw in there, but I kind of wonder if these rotors, it wouldn't surprise me if these rotors fit some other vehicle, including a Honda. Because Hondas, almost every Honda I've ever seen has screws holding the rotors on. Which seems kind of like a silly thing to me, but hey, Honda's going to do what Honda's going to do, so. And this is the part where you're like, wait a minute, which one went on which side? But there's two helpful things. One is the spring on that side, and then the other one is you just find the one that doesn't have the spring, and it actually has these. Kind of noticing. Oh, they are the same size. Okay, I thought they were two different sizes, but it's just from that mark on the from the actual caliper. And this one, a lot of you guys that have done brakes before, you already know this, but that's where your piston was. So this one goes on the inside, and then this one's actually on the outside. So if you didn't pay attention when you took it apart, that's how you tell. So let's go ahead and get the bracket back on. Now we probably should get ourselves our torque wrench. You want to put any thread locker on these?
I don't have thread lock.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Oh, come on. Yeah.
Do not attempt to force the piston back without activating service motors.
Do not attempt to force the piston. Does that suggest we should force the piston back?
How thick are the, man, those pads are pretty thick.
Yeah.
That's surprising how much they...
Almost makes you wonder if the parking brake mechanism was a little aggressive on this thing. Like maybe that's why they wore out faster.
Well, I mean, technically they're not supposed to be engaged.
Did you happen to see a torque spec on this? Go get the torque wrench. Although we need the big torque wrench, we need the Harbor Freight one.
Yeah.
The Icon one, I should say.
What's up, everybody? We're filming a 2020 Outback, getting rear brakes, so just bear with us. We're getting the torque wrench. bracket is 65 to 75,
Okay.
and the slider pins are 19.9.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Okay, I forgot about the slider, or the big one. Doesn't go below 40 foot-pounds.
You need a half inch.
Yeah, right, this should be there. Right? So forgive everyone, we're getting our tools set up. So what we're grabbing, this is an Icon torque wrench, and their digital torque wrenches are quite a bit more money, but this one's a nice unit for the money. It does have a flexi head, and you can set it. What'd you say, 65 to 70?
65 to 75. So I'd do at least 70.
Okay, so 70. Yeah, I'd say 70 is a good medium. You can set that, and then you flip this little guy up, and it's a really nice unit. You can get them. Sometimes you can catch them on sale. I don't know what their retail is, but we appreciate everybody watching. What is whatever the holes towards the center, remove the rotor. Oh, okay, sorry, we already read that. So, okay, all right. So we need 65 to 75 foot-pounds, if I can speak. You know, whenever you're ready.
3, 2, 1.
We have our caliper bracket back on, and these are 65 to 75 foot-pounds. We're going to split the difference and go 70 foot-pounds. We have an Icon half-inch drive. This is still 17 millimeter, but we're going to go ahead and throw this on here and crank these down. You gotta be mindful of the caliper. Just turn this a little bit. Yeah. See if I can get that. There we go. Trying to get as much contact as possible on there. This. Now, I'm going to stop doing that one. I don't want to torque these all the way down. Yeah. A little bit of a space issue here, so let's see if I can get this in here. There we go. Sorry folks, this is the real world, and in the real world stuff gets in the way. So there's that. Stuff like a caliper. So this there. Put a little bit more effort into this one. Trying not to mess up that caliper. There, we'll do it one more time. Okay. Whoops. Do this one as well. Just turn that socket a little bit. Okay. This caliper certainly doesn't make it easy. You know, like this, but just trying to get that exact. There we go. Put a little bit more effort into this one, and do it one more time. There we go. So we're going to get our brake service tool here, see if we can push this back in, because we need to accommodate for the thickness here. I shouldn't have touched the rotor, but let us get that set up, and we'll show you how to do that. So does it say on the internet about not doing that or doing that, or?
We're still in service mode, right?
Yeah.
I guess we can.
So for all you folks watching on the live stream, we appreciate you watching, and
You want that brake spreader?
I'm just gonna mock this up. I want to show you. Sorry everyone, having technical difficulties at the moment. There we go. Let me make this a little bit taller. There. There we go. How about that? That's better. Sorry about that. Now, what we've been talking about off camera, or you've been hearing the conversation the whole time, is we put this thing into electronic parking brake like service mode, so we shouldn't need to do this, but you can clearly see we do need to push that piston back in, because we got at least a ½ inch, probably more like 3/4 of an inch right there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this back on here. And what I meant when I said ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch, there's probably at least a ½ inch that we need to get that piston, to get this whole mechanism to clear. So they do give you new springs, which makes sense. And we have some ceramic synthetic brake component lubricant. Very nice. Push the calipers back in with a clamp. Yeah, you're right, Marie. Shout out to all the DIYers. Keep up the streams. No shame in the game, brother. Yeah, I appreciate you. You're watching there. Please like and subscribe. We appreciate you. We see you there, Philip and Chris. We appreciate you watching.
Where are you guys from? We're in Roanoke, Virginia. Looked out. We got a beautiful day. Upper 60s. No clouds.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
I don't know which way to turn it or whatever. So
there we go. Okay. So there's that. Wonder, is this even gonna be? Yeah, that's too wide. It won't even fit in there.
okay.
Yeah, we should have did this on the car. Like before we take it apart, just put the pry bar in there, and because it would just push that right back in. We can use.
You want a C clamp or something?
I mean, we can use this, right?
Yeah.
Pending it works.
How do I?
Huh?
Oh, okay, you got it.
There we go. All right, let's see how this goes. I'm sure we'll have no issues, right? No problems whatsoever. Whoops. That. This. Okay.
Hoping it's just like loose and you can just kind of push it.
I'm sure we won't have any problems here, right? We never have problems with these. Okay, there's that. Oh yeah, that's going back in like butter.
Okay,
So,
I figured it. Okay, that makes sense. All right, 3, 2, 1.
We have a little bit of a space issue, and what I mean is you can see these pads are thick and the rotor's thick, so we need to make enough room for the rotor and the new pads in between the piston and the caliper. So we have the brake, it's a power built service tool laying on the ground. Here's a master disc brake kit, but this is one of the pieces in there when we're basically just pushing on the old pad. And I don't know how well you can see it, but this is actually going in surprisingly easy. It's going in like butter, and it's only a 6-year-old car. So I mean, if you have an older car and your pistons, your calipers are 10, 15, 20 years old, you may struggle with this. It may go in there cockeyed to where you have to possibly replace the caliper, but this car is only 6 years old, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I bottomed out there, so I just want to gently give it a little bit more. There we go. That should be enough room to get everything back together. And there's the finished product. It's also a great time to look. If you see wet, that's a red flag. You want to stop and look very closely, because this seal, it's rubber, If there's any leakage, that means there's probably brake fluid getting out here. And we say that because if you're in an emergency, like you stand on the brake pedal in an emergency stop situation, that's exactly when a leaky actual rubber part here blows out, and then you don't have your stopping power and you smash into a car or something like that. So great time to check to see if you see any moisture. This one looks really good, so we're going to go ahead and put all this back together.
Mentioned that you only want to do that in service mode.
Oh yeah.
If not, you'll need a new caliper.
You'll trash your caliper. You'll find out the hard way, the expensive way, on all the things you're going to break. So, question of the minute is, where? That's not the right one. So something else to think about, live stream audiences. You see, it's the same pad, but our our squeal or low brake device is right there. So I actually need this one. So make sure you put them back on the right way. There we go. So the question is where do we put the grease? Do we put the grease like right here? Like in here? I mean, I guess technically the rub spot is right on this, so we got to put it right here.
Yeah.
Now, if you have some anti-seize, that's basically what this is, but now's a great time to just goop it up. Put that there. This is ceramic synthetic brake component lubricant, plus 20 other words they didn't need to use, but put that there. There we go. And put this one on here. What's that? Oops. A little bit more on there. Okay. And okay, that seems to be, I'll put a little bit more on that one.
You want to do a video on that, or?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Just do a reminder on the service mode thing.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
We're putting our ceramic synthetic brake component lubricant from PowerStop onto the rub points, and these are fairly limited with their contact points, like the slide points, but some of these you use almost this entire thing for one side of the car. But we just wanted to shout out a few things. Make sure that you compare your brake pad, because there's 2 of these with springs on them, but your anti-squeal on this driver's side needs to go on the bottom. Don't grab this one, because I had this one in my hand and I was like, yeah, wait a minute, needs to be on the bottom. So, but we have the lube there, and we're going to just pop this on here. And something else we wanted to mention is absolutely 100% do not try to push that piston in without engaging the service maintenance mode on the Subaru here using a scan tool. You'll screw this caliper up and you'll probably have to replace it. So, and that Blue Jay is yelling, saying, don't do it. Don't wreck your caliper. So that being said, we're going to take this off of here, and I think we should have enough room to carefully, yeah, there we go. Now this needs to go back in. And probably shouldn't use a hammer on this one. Gently, there we go. One of those don't do as I do moments. So you should be able to push, there we go. That one, for some reason that top one just was not cooperating. But we're going to grab our 7mm. It is right here, and I'm going to slowly work on getting these to line up. And we'll come back and we'll put that spring on next.
Alright. I guess we can just open up our new Icon 3/8 torque wrench, because we're gonna go 19.9 foot-pounds. So
How's everybody doing on that live stream? Oh wow, you've been looking at the bumper for like the last 10 minutes. That sucks. I'm sorry.
Out of the way a minute ago.
There we go. That's better. Just go ahead and put that drop kit on it. Yeah. You know, oddly enough, the girlfriends and wives of the world, they don't like the drop or lift kits. They just want the factory stance. It's called factory stance. Come on. Oh my gosh, thread in there. What is going on? Holy crap. Well, we got that one. Let's get this one. This is where I want to say, like Adam Sandler, like, are you too good for your home? Just go to your home. I think it finally threaded. There we go. Now we're cooking. That was tight. Come on. Get out of there. You know, some stuff just wants to give you a hard time in life. Just wants to say, you know, I don't care that you're trying to get this done quick. We're gonna be difficult. Although I will say that rotor being loose probably had something to do with how much that was fighting us. So look at that, shiny.
Remember, you can put a lug nut on to hold the rotor up flush.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Pro tip. Think about that. Thank you.
Does it go all the way though?
No,
Oh, it's an
it
acorn one. Oh, my bad.
Well,
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
no worky.
That's not gonna work.
We have done that with like the pass-through lug nuts for everyone on the live stream. We've put a lug nut on here and it holds it pretty much as, you know, pretty true. So this won't fight you as much. So here's our brand new Icon. This is a 3/8. It goes up to 75 foot-pounds and it goes down to, what is it? Does it go down to 0?
No, I got it set. You can say 5 to 75.
That's amazing. You can do 5 foot-pounds on a 3/8 drive. Wow. But big shout out to Harbor Freight for sending this over. They did. Harbor Freight does sponsor us. We have never received. Sorry, as the helicopter goes over, we've never received any money from them. They do send us tools, so it's nice that they sent us this, and they put it in our hands so you can see it, not just like, oh, that's a cool thing sitting on the shelf. It's like, this thing is chunky. Like, you could honestly beat the crap out of someone with this thing. It's like a weapon. This thing is nice and knurling on the bottom here, so really, really solid unit. And in our case, we had, what did you say it was set for? 19? 20 foot-pounds. So we're just gonna give it.
You want a video?
Yeah.
Now, when you're done, just say, hey, we got it ready. We'll slap the tires, rinse and repeat on the other side, and we'll come back if there's any changes.
Okay. We got to do the spring too, so we'll put the spring on. So, okay.
You got the spring down there? Or where is it?
Sure. Right there? There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
So big shout out to Icon. Wow. Completely botched that one. Try that one more time. So 3, 2, 1. So big shout out to Harbor Freight for sending over this Icon. This is a 3/8 beast of a, why can I not speak? It's a torque wrench. Good grief. Okay, sorry. 3, 2, 1. So big shout out to Harbor Freight for sending over this Icon. This is a beast of a torque wrench. It's 3/8 drive. It goes, I believe it goes on 5 foot-pounds all the way up to, you can see 75 foot-pounds on here, but we have our 7mm and we have it set to 20 foot-pounds. So 20 foot-pounds is what you need for this. And just put this in here. 20 foot-pounds isn't that much yet. I didn't think it was gonna click it wasn't going to take that much to get that to click. So do this. There's that. Okay. And one other thing we have to do is put our new spring on, and we'll show you that. And then for the rest of this, it's kind of rinse and repeat on the other side. This feels like it's nice and loose. And just to recap, we torqued these two down. That was 65 to 75 foot-pounds, so we chose 70 foot-pounds for these. There's 20 foot-pounds here. Absolutely, I mentioned it before, but make sure you put this in maintenance mode. Do not try to push that piston back in. And this was a little rust welded, as you saw in the video, but we'll show you. I'm going to get this out of the package, and we'll show you putting the spring on next. So everyone in the live stream audience, we appreciate you watching. We're going to do the other side here. Leave a comment. What car are you driving? What's your daily driver?
When's the last time you did brakes?
Yeah, and when did you do brakes on it? Because if you haven't done brakes on it in a while and you're thinking about it, you know, I got to talk from an affordability standpoint. Power stop brakes, I did them on my CRV because I needed brakes for my CRV. I needed, you know, better brakes. The brakes wore out. These, when I put them on, this was a year or two ago, but when I put them on, I was surprised at the affordability. You would think that this would cost a lot more money, but I actually ended up spending a little bit less than just going to like Advanced Auto Parts as an example, buying the stock OEM brakes. So you're getting a much better braking experience. These things are like butter. I can't stress that enough. They are very smooth, and unless you really, I'm talking hammer the crap out of these brakes, they will last. I mean, they've been on my CRV for 2 years and they've been nothing but perfect. So
no brake dust.
Yeah, no brake dust. I mean, you are not going to have dirty wheels with these.
No squeal. No nothing.
So how do you do this? So that, and then this.
Hit that like button.
Yeah, please hit that like button. We appreciate you watching.
Subscribe. We need all the help we can get. Fresh Finish Garage. We're on Instagram and Facebook.
I'm sure there's a tool that helps put this on that I'm not sure how you're supposed to put this on. If you do like, I mean, there's that one, but now how do you put this one on? All right, good people, the audience of the live stream, help us out. What am I doing wrong here? So, what am I doing wrong here? So let's do this. And then we'll add. Oh my gosh, wow. We don't have any pliers up here, do we? I can grab some pliers. Let me grab some pliers. I'll just put it in. Okay, thank you. Appreciate you all watching. We're gonna do the other side here. Oh man, I tell you, I'm 44, and this doesn't get any easier the older you get. Let's be honest here. Let's talk about how when you're 25, you don't realize how you got the world on a string. You can not get enough sleep. You can work 12 hours a day. And you just go. But when you're 44, I mean, honestly, anything over 40. When you hit 30, you realize you're not invincible. When you hit 40, you realize you have even less energy. Thank you. All right, let's try some needle nose pliers. Let's see how this works. So I'm gonna do this. Actually, I think what we need to do is do this, and then come down here like this. And then we'll do this. These aren't anything special. They're the same. Well, lesson learned for taking that other one off. We're going to look at it very closely when we take that off the other side. I'm going to tell you that right now. I mean, it feels like I should be able to come in here and do this. Like push in here and then push up. I need to come up here and then bring this up in. Oh my gosh. It's weird how. Oh yeah. Well, that might be it. Hey, look at that. Now let's take it apart and we'll do it again for the video. Okay, there we go. Spend 10 more minutes for the video.
Three, two, one.
Last step on this side, besides putting a tire on, is dealing with the spring, which I didn't think the spring would be that big of a pain, but anytime there's a spring involved, it's going to be a pain. Let's just be honest. So the best way to describe this is I kind of came down here, and then I had a set of needle nose, and then I came over to some regular pliers. And I'm going to try to do this real time. There we go. That was so much easier than the first time I did. I probably spent 5 minutes doing that, but just to make sure that's in there. So that is our final kind of product. We're going to put the wheel on. We do not know the torque spec for the wheel, but we'll throw it up on the screen and we'll torque this down, and we're going to rinse and repeat on the other side.
So we're putting on brakes on a rear brakes on a 2020 Subaru Outback.
We've got a new person watching. Appreciate you watching.
89 foot-pounds for the.
89 foot.
So we're going to leave the wheel off until we get the brakes to come together. I think somebody said to put the parking brake on, and then it'll close it.
Close what?
Well, it'll compress the caliper.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But we don't want to do that until we've got the other side done. So let's leave the wheel off, and then we'll do that last.
Okay.
So we don't need to film.
Nope.
That side. So
Live stream though.
well, live stream. Bring everything over.
Join us as we go to the other side. The side where Jay said earlier, is that going to be enough room? And I said, yeah, sure. And now I'm going to say, this probably isn't enough room. But that's on me, so. There's barely enough with the tire off. With the tire off, there's just enough room. Should be just enough room. Famous last words.
Did you put those little caps back on?
I did not. Oops.
Okay. Once we're done with that side, and if everything's the same, then you could be like, hey, don't forget to put these little caps on. Everything's done. We're gonna set the parking brake to compress. I'm guessing they didn't use a torque stick on that.
Yeah, this one's 189 foot-pounds right now. Wow. Yeah, we're gonna need something for that.
Oh, great.
Let's see here. And we got 3 bars, so. Hit the other button.
You want me to get a big breaker bar and
I'm trying to see. Okay, it should be on high. Man, that is just not budging.
you get a breaker bar?
Alright.
Finished.
Well, this is real life, everyone watching on the live stream. Take your car to Walmart. Not that this car's been to Walmart, but you take your car to someplace and they just torque the crap out of it. And they're like, yep, it's good.
Hopefully that's big enough.
Yeah, part of the challenge is how do we stop the wheel from turning?
Yeah.
Dare we put the parking brake on? I feel like that's not a good idea right now.
We can lower it.
Yeah, we could lower it, I guess. I mean, there's no harm in doing that. Okay. All right, everybody, we're gonna lower this thing down. Ooh. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna show you how this lowers down. So for the people that have joined the video more recently, the live stream, we're gonna go up on this. This is a quick jack. I'm gonna go up and let me kick this one over here. This little lock. There you go. You need to get that little camber. I'll show you what that is. You need to get that little foot to go down. We want this to go down just enough to touch the wheel to the ground. I'm gonna go down. Oh, you good?
I'm good.
Okay. We're gonna go down. Now, if you haven't checked out our channel, Fresh Vintage Garage, we have a video on this quick jack.
Wait.
Whoops.
All right. That's good.
Is there something under the wheel? Is there something? Oh, okay, socket. A little bit more. All right. And that should be plenty enough. Let me just zoom out. There we go. All right. That. Well, here goes nothing. I can't believe they put that on there that tight, but who's the last person that did this? Was it the Subaru dealer?
Yeah, they rotated the tires, so I'm sure they didn't use a torque wrench on the
No, they just cranked that
torque
thing
stick
down.
on the thing there.
Oh my gosh. That was not that tight. Makes me wonder about that oven.
I use the oven.
Maybe that battery was getting tired. That's something we will say about, people swear by my Milwaukee and stuff and other better name brands, but these things are cheap for a reason. Like that motor just doesn't have the oomph of like a $500 impact wrench as an example. There we go. All right. Now, word of caution, when we did that, I felt the car shift probably like a 1/4 inch, so. Let's go back up.
Yeah, we need to secure it. touch more.
Touch more?
A little bit more, sir.
It's alright. That's all I got.
Wait. Okay, now come down. I'm good.
Okay. There we go, everybody.
Alright.
Now we're cooking. Go. Yeah, this is a little tight over here. So earlier today we did a video. We put a Caseta radio in a friend's car, and we're like, "What the heck?" The radio was working before we changed the rear backup camera was working before we changed the radio out. What happened? And we're like, well, maybe the plug on the back of the radio came out, and I'm pretty sure, thinking back on it, I never actually plugged it in. So, like, yeah, that's that'll do it. There we go.
Oh, we need to get it some thumbnails.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, I'll give you a wheel here.
That side.
It's like doing a pit stop in a semi-trailer or something. All right. So just to show you, we're going to do a quick check on the power. Yeah, that thing's solid. Let me show you the car real quick. In case you're wondering about the quick jack, I'm pushing. I mean, you can see it moving a little bit, but I mean, you can knock any lift over if you try. And people do other stupid things all day, every day. But this thing is very, very stable. Where's our 7mm? Oh, it's on the torque wrench. Yep, right there. What do you think, live stream audience? 10 minutes, we'll have this side done. We wish. Oh, the cap. Duh. Let me take the cap off of there. Why do they always fly under the middle of the car? That one, thank you. Now you see Jay, look at Jay under there. If you didn't see it earlier, like Jay is, I mean, he could crawl underneath the whole car.
Yeah, you got all kinds of room.
That's, seriously, like, look at the room under the quick jack. You could have a party under, or under the car with the quick jack. You could have a party under here. There we go.
We need to get a picture of the ceramic of the poinsettia behind the rim, and so the community post too.
Check out our new exclusive high-end, extremely high performance ceramic brake rotors. So that's all right, viewing audience. We're gonna look at this. We're gonna look at this spring. Forgive the crazy video here. We're gonna look at this spring a little closer on this side. So to get this off of here, I'm betting Subaru. I bet Subaru has a tool for this. I would not be surprised if they have some little, because you think back to when you did like drum brakes and brake shoes, they had a little tool, like a quick tool. It wouldn't surprise me at all if they, there we go. It had some kind of tool for that. Ah, darn it. You know what I didn't, what I wanted to do is, let's see here. How can I do that?
We can spread them easy enough.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not worth.
On other cars, I've actually, while the caliper's still together, you just take a pry bar or a screwdriver and and it'll push the piston back in. You don't have to deal with pushing it in when it's off of the rotor. Coming off there a little hard. There we go. All right. Go. I'm going to move this out of the way a little bit. There we go. Sorry about that. There we go. That was a little tight, but I just fixed that. There we go. Beautiful. All right. Survey says, let's see if the back one was worn. I mean, it was worn. It's a little less cockeyed than that. That's weird. Both of those inside ones wore crooked. This one's fine. It's pretty much straight. And yeah. Huh. I will say I've seen a lot worse. So, 17 millimeter.
So hit that like button, subscribe. We're on Fresh Vintage and Fresh Vintage Garage. We do everything from radio installs to brakes, and whenever my Honda Accord something goes wrong, we video that.
Yeah, how many of our videos are just us? We're literally just fixing our own cars. We're like, might as well make a video on it. I mean, it doesn't take that much more effort to make a video. And then we said, you know, we could start a live stream while we're making a video, while we're making the car, and that's exactly what you're watching right now. So we appreciate you watching.
Keep everybody riveted.
Riveted. It's riveting content here on YouTube. Although, you know, I gotta laugh. People will watch, I don't sound, this sounds negative, but I'm not trying to sound negative. Like, people will watch anything on YouTube, and what I mean is, someone casually referenced people that will go to like a McDonald's or Wendy's drive-thru, and they're like, all right, we're going to try the new Mc whatever it is, or the new Wendy's Super Mega Baconator Plus or whatever. And they'll literally be sitting in the parking lot of Wendy's or McDonald's or whatever it is, and they'll be sitting there eating it and talking about what they like or they don't like about it. It's just, and you know, they'll get a ton of views on it. And hey, well, here we are on a Saturday afternoon making a video about changing brakes. So I think that's the beauty of YouTube, is within reason, you can start your own channel on almost anything you want to. I talked to a guy just a couple nights ago. I said, dude, you should, he does key programming. I was like, if you started your own key programming YouTube channel, that's such a specific niche. We get so many asks about the scan tools on Fresh Vintage Garage. If you haven't checked out our channel, Fresh Vintage Garage, go check it out for scan tools, shop equipment. And we toured Harbor Freight's booth at SEMA Show. That's on there as well. But we get so many questions on programming keys. Keys are such a pain for people because, one, they're expensive. They're by design, they're proprietary, because I'm sure you've seen the videos on TikTok of people. Here's how you rip off I think it was a Kia. I can't remember if it was a Hyundai or a Kia. Here's how you rip it off. And for a while their TikTok refused to take the videos down, and so criminals were passing the videos around, ripping off all kinds of cars. But it's very easy to start a YouTube channel. Now, growing a channel and having a strategy, that's a completely different conversation. Why is that not coming out of there? Oh my goodness. Sorry, that is world's longest bolt. There we go. That. So this one's still pretty clean, but also rust welded, so I'm gonna give it the old whack with the hammer. I'll just mute this part to save your ears. There we go. I just muted that. This side isn't as bad. It's still kind of rusty, but that rotor is not great. Sure, you could turn them down, but I mean, you're starting to see, like, it's not crack, but where's our power stop? Our new power stop hotness. Let me get it here. Oh boy. So for those of you who started watching a little bit later in the video, in the live stream, we're putting on some power stop rotors. And there they are. Now, make sure if you do put rotors on, if you buy power stops, these slots have to go a certain way. That's why this is rear passenger side. It's like a directional tire. So I'm gonna hit this with the brake cleaner. Oh yeah, there we go. And if the car was dirtier, I would, what do you call it? I would hose this all down, but it's really not that bad in here. Nice and shiny, look at that. Very nice. If you like shiny power stop rotors, hit that like button, please. Throw this on here. There we go. And it's interesting. Wonder if these studs are aluminum, because there's a little bit, you probably can't really see it that well, but there's corrosion on this one. Let me rotate this.
I'll put anti-seize for when we put it back on.
Yeah, look at that. There's corrosion on that. There's corrosion on a little, I mean, this one has the most, but there's a little bit of corrosion on all of these. That's weird. Those have to be aluminum. I've never seen steel studs do that, but let's get that bracket back on. This, you know, this reminds me of that movie Ford versus Ferrari, where Team Ferrari pitches a fit because they're allowed to replace, how does it go? They replace certain parts, and in doing so, they inadvertently put new brakes on the car, and Ferrari flips out about it, and they're like, it's right in the rule book, you can replace. I can't remember what, they basically realized there was a loophole written into the,
yeah, I think it was the whole
chassis assembly, and they're literally swapping like the front, like the whole front assembly in like 5 minutes or something, if that, on in the pits.
Just to get new brake pads.
Just to get new brakes on the car. If you haven't seen that movie, it's actually a really good movie.
Should already be set.
Yep.
Get in there.
These tight spaces here. There we go. Come on now. That's pretty loose. Let's try that again here. Try that again here. Go. Oh man, this impact is a little, this torque wrench I should say is a little too long. Yeah, grab the, what do you call it here? Oops. This go. Go. This one. Forgive my all my turning here. Almost. There we go. There we go. Yeah, now we're talking. I'm trying to get that to go on there more. Man, that is not cooperating. Caliper. It's not just the caliper being in the way. It's the it is that control arm being in the way. Yeah. Go. There's that. It's 70 foot-pounds. Let me make sure. Yep. Torque wrench is still on 70 foot-pounds. There's that. And let's go ahead and we'll push that. Push this back in the rest of the way. Oops, wrong direction. There we go. I wish these things were weighted, like one side on the other. So you could just sit here and spin it by hand instead of doing this silliness. There we go. Oh, man. Go. Appreciate y'all watching. And let's put the brake pads on. Where are the new brake pads? Yeah, let me go get the new brake pads.
What are you looking for?
Where are the new brake pads?
It's in the box.
Oh, I thought I just looked in there. It's a nice one. Ah, I gotta look harder. There we go. Thank you.
I'm updating the Autel key programmer
In case it works. Is the silicone in here too? I grab the silicone. Thank you. That. Put this on here. There's something going by. Probably an old crap truck. Half the time we hear cars going by, wow, that sounds good. And we look out and it's some old beater. It just has bad exhaust. Go. A little bit more on this side. Go. And put these back on here. Go. That. Forget about that rotor because it's probably going to affect how easily this goes back together or if this fights it, kind of thing. So. That. All right. That. All right, let me turn this here. There we go. Go. Set. Go. Do. So the fun part. Let's do this. Realizing now I've been live streaming on my cell data this entire time, so there goes my cell data for the month. Although I think I had 1 day left on my plan, now that I'm thinking about it, so. Leave a comment. I didn't even think about this. This video is 2 hours and 9 minutes long. Leave a comment if the signal looks good. I'm guessing this many people are watching because the signal is not junk, so. Go. Oh, come on now. So close. Those springs are a real pain in the butt. Good grief. I bet Subaru has a tool for this. They have to have a tool for this. I can't imagine the mechanics fighting like this. It just seems like it just feels like this thing like it should be able to spring in. Like you should be able to do this, and then spring in like that. But even doing that, it's amazing that there's not some tool that, or some way to easily do this. If this is the worst thing I have to deal with today, it's not been a bad day. It's been a good day. So. Man, how did we do that on the other side? It actually was not that hard on the other side. Grab it here.
Like that, yeah.
Grab it here. And then lift up. I mean, it's so close. There we go. Haha. Don't hit the new rotor. Okay, that's in there, thankfully. I know that's what you wanted to see on YouTube, some random guy fighting with a spring, so. Well, we appreciate you watching. I mean, I think we're ready to do the final brakes. Put the, what do you call it, the back out of service mode, and
Yeah.
that's. Did you grab that 17 millimeter? Oh no, it's right here in front.
No.
Alright, that's plenty tight enough. Wow, that is really hard to get on there. Okay. Tight enough. I mean, I think we're pretty much done. We just got to throw the wheels on, torque them down. So.
Let's get it out of service mode.
Yeah.
Oh, just put the, now these new caps?
They are new caps, yeah.
Let's put new caps on.
Oh, those are new caps. Okay, cool. We're going to replace the old caps, which actually aren't that old, but we're going to replace them with, I'm going to put the new caps on the other side too. So.
We'll get ready. I'll put the new caps on the other side.
All right.
Because we forgot to say that.
Pop them in there. There we go. Well, being the car's 6 years old, we'll see you in 6 years, rear brakes, right? Get those tools out of the way here. Go. Forgive us, we're in a bit of a lull here in cleanup mode. Grab. Appreciate everybody watching. I think we're gonna go ahead and call it on the live stream. We appreciate you watching. Definitely check out Fresh Vintage Garage. Jay and I, we do all this stuff, not just to fix your own cars, but to make videos for you guys. Please check out all of our videos on Fresh Vintage Garage. All of our vertical content is on the channel you're watching now. So we kind of moved all of our vertical content to the channel you're on now. So if you like holding your phone vertically, you found the right channel. Definitely check it out. Please subscribe. And with that, any final thoughts, Jay?
We're on YouTube and we're on Facebook and Instagram. So
Facebook and Instagram. Yeah, I always forget about them. Jay does an awesome job running those. I run the YouTube channel. But with that, we appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. There we go.